Okay, so official welcome to all of you, my virtual Wednesday quarantine yogis. Can you believe this is the last Wednesday of the month? It's so hard for me to believe, but here we are, and this month we've been exploring a different principle of mindfulness each week. So this is really the week, our last week of the month, where we just kind of put it all together. So I hope that this has served you in some way. It's been helpful for you. But these principles are really something that we, of course, refine and evolve over time in our practice. So just continuing to work with them. The pausing, the conscious slowing down, the witnessing, tuning into that neutral observer aspect of ourselves, the bringing of compassion and non-judgment to whatever we discover, whatever we experience, and then the non-attachment, the letting go of outcomes. So really the gift and blessing in all of this in mindfulness is that it allows us choice, where we start to get to see, as we develop our conscious awareness, we get to see the patterns and the tendencies and the ways that sometimes we fall into that don't serve our highest and best. So we'll continue with that and really just sort of integrate it into our practice today. So take your seat. You can start with your hands either just resting down on your knees or thighs, or you can turn your palms up, either way. Close your eyes and immediately draw your awareness down into your sitting bones in your seat. And begin to tune in and just see if one sitting bone or one side feels heavier than the other. And if so, just see if you can balance out a little bit. You might have to move side to side, forward and back a little bit, until you feel an evenness in your seat. And then feel the spine rise like an antenna up out of the pelvis. Feel the base of your skull, the very back of your skull, lengthen towards the sky as well. Your chin draws down a little bit. And just feel the head aligned right over the pelvis here. Take a deep breath in through your nose and feel the breath draw all the way down into the belly. Inhaling and the belly expands. And then exhale, feel the navel gently draw back to your spine. 2 more conscious breaths like that. In through the nose, all the way down, filling the belly. And exhaling, navel to spine. 1 more like that. And now we're going to count the breath. We're going to inhale 6 counts, exhale 6 counts. As you inhale, I want you to breathe from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, from the crown of your head all the way back down to your base. Just a few rounds here. Inhale from the base, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to the crown. Exhale from the crown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, from the base, inhale, the breath rises, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the crown down, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twice more, inhale from the base, feel the breath rise like an elevator up through the spine. And exhale from the crown all the way back down to the base. Again, inhaling, feeling for drawing all of the energy in towards midline, getting nice and centered here. Great. You can let your eyes open, and we're going to start by extending the arms out from the shoulders like this. Your palms are up, and you're just going to start to make some circles backwards. And I want you to really deepen the breath, in and out through the nose. Keep the heart lifted. And as you move here, start to make the circles just a little bit bigger. Moving backwards, getting that energy moving through the shoulders, the arms and the hands. Good, just a couple more deep breaths. Good, now switch. Circle the arms forward. And then a little bigger. Good, stay with it, just a few more. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Reach, 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 and then shake. Shake your hands, shake your arms, shake out the shoulders. Like you're just shaking off any tension, any stagnation from the day. A couple more. Shake so much that your spine starts to shake. Good, inhale again. Reach, 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 reach. And exhale, slow release of the hands all the way down. Close your eyes, just connecting your fingertips to the earth. Just grounding that energy, feeling a little more space created internally. Pausing for the awareness. Great, now look, we're going to twist to the right. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Giving a little pull against your knee to twist through your ribs and your chest. And then reach the right arm all the way up and overhead on the diagonal. So we open up through the right side body a little bit. You can put a little bend in your left elbow. Twisting your heart and chest up to the sky, deep breath. And then cross, take your right hand to your left knee and round your spine, round in, chin to chest. And then switch, bring your left fingertips behind you, twisting to the left. Couple breaths here. Still feeling the breath all the way into the belly. And then reach the left arm all the way up and overhead on the diagonal. Keeping hold with your left hand. Leaning and opening the side body, big breath. And then left hand to right knee. One more time, curl it in. And then rise up. Good, go ahead and lengthen out the legs. Give them a little shake. And we'll come through to our hands and knees. So if you want to pad your knees there with your blanket, you're welcome to do that. Bring your hands just slightly forward of your shoulders here. We're going to start with some circles. You're going to circle your hips back to the left, around to the right. Feeling for that Ujjayi Pranayama breath. So the breath, that ha sounding breath with your mouth closed, your breath dragging along the back of your throat. This is a warming and heating breath. Works to help warm our body and detoxify. Good, a couple more in this direction. And then switch. Shift your hips over to the right, back and around. And then press your hips back to your heels, reaching your hands out in front of you, and release your forehead to the ground. Just letting the mind relax here. Good, 2 more breaths as you inhale. Feel your ribs expand laterally or out to the sides, and as you exhale, feel them draw in towards your spine. Keep your hands where they are. We're just gonna flow a little bit here. You're gonna inhale, drawing up through all fours, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, and then exhale again, press it back. Child's pose. Inhale, forward, belly drops, chin lifts. Exhale, hips draw back. Do 3 more like that at your pace, inhaling and exhaling. Moving on the breath. Next time your hips draw back to your heels, go ahead and just remain there, another breath. And then we'll rise up through all fours, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Spread out through the fingers, ground down, especially through the index knuckle. Move a little bit here, pedal out your feet. And just shake the head out a little bit, make sure you're not holding any tension there. And then feel for tilting your sitting bones high to the sky as you drop your heels back and down. Feel very stable through the legs and the feet, the arms and the hands. The foundation of the pose here, very clear, very strong. We're going to take 5 more breaths here, and I just want you to feel from that clear, firm foundation through the arms and legs, a real softness in your brain, your eyes, your heart, and soft in the organs of the belly. So feel again, clear, firm foundation, and then soft through the organs, the brain, and the eyes. Deep breaths. Great. Now you're going to step your feet just 1 foot distance closer to your hands, shortening your dog a little bit. And you're going to take your left hand to the outer right shin. You're going to bend that elbow and just a little twist, looking up and under your right armpit. Release and switch. Take your right hand to your outer left shin. Twist from the belly to the left, looking up under the left armpit. Keep pressing the tops of both thighs back evenly. And then release your right hand. Bend the knees, step the feet all the way up to the hands now. Soft bend in the knees, and just let the spine hang, let the head and neck release. Opening up a little more into the hamstrings. If you want to grab hold of your opposite elbows here, you can Just let the spine traction with the weight of your forearms. Deep, full breaths in and out through the nose. Release the elbows if you caught hold, and inhale. Lift and lengthen your spine halfway. If it's too much fingertips on the floor, bring them either to the shins or even the thighs if you need. Exhale, folding in. And then take your hands onto your hips. You can bend the knees and slow rise all the way up to your mountain pose. Look down and see that your feet are lined up right underneath the hips. And feel a little draw of your feet in towards each other. It's an isometric movement, squeezing them towards each other. And then reach the arms up overhead, lengthening from the navel up through the heart, crown of the head, reaching. And then exhale, pull the hands to the heart. We'll move through a few rounds of sun salutation to keep warming up. So inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step it back to plank pose and hold plank here. This first one will hold a couple of extra breaths. Keep the low belly scooping up. Lengthen your tailbone back towards your heels and reach your sternum forward. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, you can lower to your knees and come all the way to the belly. Point your toes back and down and inhale, lift up, cobra. Keeping the shoulders drawing down the back. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes. Press it back, downward facing dog, just 3 breaths. And again, work with that clear, strong foundation, soft and receptive through the brain, the eyes, the heart, and the belly. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, and step your feet all the way up to your hands. When you get there, inhale, half lift, spine is long, and exhale, bowing in, shin to chest. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides with a flat back. We rise all the way up, lengthening tailbone to earth. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach wide all the way up. And exhale, fold. Inhale to the flat back. Exhale, step back through your plank, lower into the knees, or this time you can lower chaturanga halfway. Inhaling through cobra or upward facing dog. And then we'll exhale it back, down dog. Again, 3 breaths. Listening to the sound of the breath drag along the back of the throat. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step the feet up. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach wide all the way up. And exhale to the heart. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Just feel this as a moving meditation. Just moving on the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plank, lowering slow. Inhale, rising up through cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back, down dog. Just using the repetition of the movements to allow the mind to just relax into that rhythm. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step it up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and rise. And exhale to your heart. Last round, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank pose, lower slow. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale. We'll send the right leg up and back. As we exhale, step it through or help it along to the right hand. Bring your right hand back to help it along if you need to. Make sure that your left foot is slightly to the left, and we'll come to stand here. High crescent lunge, squaring the pelvis forward and reaching the arms up. Let's go ahead and interlace the fingers overhead. Extend the arms up to the sky. Let the pelvis sink a little lower towards the earth. 2 more breaths, belly expanding on the inhale and gently drawing to the spine on the exhale. And inhale here and exhale. Release the hands down, step it back to dog. You can stay in dog, or if you want to move through the vinyasa with me, plank pose, lower. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Good, left leg rises. We inhale. Exhale, step or help it through to the left hand, and you're on the ball of your back foot, your right foot. Slowly rise up, take your time. Again, square the pelvis forward. Feel the frontal hip points draw up towards your lower ribs a little bit. Arms draw forward and up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Interlace the hands, press the palms up to the sky as the pelvis descends towards the earth. Feel the back of your heart lift, reaching the fingertips back. Deep breaths into that front line of your spine here. Great, inhale a deep breath. Exhale, take the hands down, step your right foot through. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach wide all the way up. And exhale to your heart. Super, you're gonna interlace all of your fingers now except for your index finger. We'll reach the arms, again, straight up to the sky, lengthening your tailbone towards the earth. On an exhale, reach over to the right, opening up through the left side body. And come back through center, take it all the way over to the left. Great, and then back through. Release the clasp, opening the hands to shoulders distance. As you exhale, sit back into chair pose. Bending the knees, keeping the knees right over the ankles here. And just find a place where you can hang out for a couple of breaths. If you have tight shoulders, you might need to keep the hands and arms slightly forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach forward and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step back through plank, lowering slow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Step or help your right foot again through to your right hand. Walk your fingertips just a little bit forward of the right foot and shift, picking your left leg up, coming towards a balance here. Your choice. You could stay here with the hands grounded, or with me, you can begin to lift. So feel the heart extend forward and extend the arms. You can bring the hands to the hips or reach them back behind you. Warrior 3. Keep lifting this inner left thigh towards the sky. Deep breaths. Draw the chin down a little bit so back of the neck is long. Good. Deep breath in as you exhale. Drop the back toes and ground the heel. Warrior 1. Reach the arms up. Squaring your pelvis forward. Good. Inhaling a full breath. Exhaling completely. Release the hands. Step it back to dog. Stay in dog. You can always come to a child's pose if you need to. And you can also move through a vinyasa as well. Your choice. Let's all take a couple breaths in dog. Again, feeling your foundation here through the arms and hands, legs and feet. Soft brain and eyes, relax. And then step or help your left foot forward. Bring the fingertips just slightly forward of the left toes and begin to shift. So picking the back leg up. Before you come to rise, feel a lengthening of your heart away from the belly. You're looking forward a little bit, but you're not overextending. Keep the back of the neck long, and then rise up. Warrior 3. Arms can extend like airplane wings. Navel to spine. Little smile. Drop the back toes. Virabhadrasana 1. Ground the back heel. Reach the arms forward and up. Left knee bends over the heel. Deep breaths. Good. Release the hands down. Step it back to dog. And if you want a vinyasa, moving through plank and lower. Inhaling, rising up. And exhale back to dog. Let's go ahead and come to the knees. Take a moment and just sit back on your heels. Rest your palms on your thighs, keeping the eyes closed, the heart lifted, and take a moment here to just check in, pausing and just observing right now where in your body you feel the energy. Taking a moment to allow the awareness to rest there. Just 2 more breaths. Great. Let the eyes open. Plant the hands again. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Down dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step it forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms forward and up, chair pose, sitting back in your heels. And then push down through the legs and feet, rising up, reaching up, and release the arms. Mountain pose, feel the alignment here. Take a couple of breaths like we started, inhaling from the base of the spine to the crown, and exhaling from the crown to the base. Feeling the awareness drawing again back to midline. Consolidating your energy here. Great. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step it back through dog. A full breath in dog. And then you're going to step your right foot between your hands for warrior two. You're going to ground the back heel and rise up. Arms extending straight out from your shoulders. Try not to lock the elbows though. Keep them just micro bent. 3 breaths here, and with every exhalation, I want to invite you to just drop a little deeper. Inhaling, breath all the way into the belly. And exhaling a little deeper. Just meeting your edge with each breath. And again, moving with compassion, with gentleness, not forcing, not pushing. Beautiful. Now straighten your right leg. Triangle pose. Reach out long. Release the hand to the shin. If you have shoulder discomfort, you can bring your left hand to your hip. Roll your chest up to the sky. Reach the left arm up if that feels good for your shoulder. And just a couple of times, as you inhale, you're going to turn your head to look up towards your left hand. As you exhale, down towards the right foot. This tests our balance. Inhale, turn ahead and look up. Exhale, down. One more, just like that. Beautiful. Now reach the left arm overhead, circle it down. We're going to spin to the ball of the back foot and gently lower the knee. You need to bring your towel in to support your knee here. You can. Feel the spine lengthen, the head right in line with your spine. And then take your right hand to the top of your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist to the right. Pressing your hand into your thigh to support you in the twist. Feeling the right lung open up to the right. If you want to reach the right arm up, you're welcome to do that. And again, feel for a clear, firm foundation through the hips and the legs, and then just feel a receptivity and a softness through the organs, the heart, and the brain. Beautiful. Release the right hand down, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, downward facing dog. You can choose here if you want to stay or vinyasa with me. And left side, left foot steps between the hands. You're going to plant your right foot down, reach up through the right arm, rising up, warrior two. Arms straight out. Just turning your gaze now over your left fingertips. Full breath in as you exhale. Drop a little deeper. And pause. And again, inhale, filling with the breath. And exhale, a little deeper. One more full breath. Great. Straighten your left leg now. Press into the feet and reach long. Trikonasana, left hand to shin. Right hand either to the hip or arm extending up. Feel these right ribs soften down into the body. Feeling even through the front and back body. And again, just inhaling as you turn the head to look up towards your right hand and exhaling towards the left foot. Twice more. Strong through the legs. Beautiful. Right arm reaches all the way over. Circle it down. Spinning to the ball of the back foot. Gentle lower of the knee. Keeping the fingertips grounded here. Just feel from the pelvis through the legs and the feet that release with gravity. And then from the tailbone through the crown of your head, gentle extension, lengthening. Again, breathing that line of energy. Like an elevator, the breath rises from the base to the crown and descends from the crown to the base on the exhale. Let's keep the right hand where it is, left hand to left thigh. Press into the thigh, lengthen, and twist to the left. Pause for a moment and check in and see if you can get a little softer through the organs, and into the eyes and the brain, and then reach the left arm up. Feel the steady, firm foundation and the soft, receptive upper body. Great. Release the left hand down. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Let's walk the hands around to the right. So we'll spin through our wide fold. Any position with the hands, you can have them on blocks, the floor, or you could take them to the outer ankles or shins, folding in. Feel the inner groin, inner thighs spiral back, wide. And feel the outer edges of the feet rooting into the earth. Great. Take your hands onto your hips, slowly rising up. And just heel toe or step your feet into hips distance, mountain pose. You can turn again towards the front of your mat to where you're able to see me. We're going to take one tree pose here. So we're going to begin on the right leg and foot, finding your focal point for your eyes and drawing your left foot up either to the shin or the inner thigh. Palms to the heart. Today, let's experiment with extending the arms out, straight out from the shoulders. Palms up, feeling that gentle sort of external rotation through the upper arm bones, the heart lifted. Excellent. Bringing the hands slowly back to the heart. Left knee forward. Release it down. You can shake out the standing leg. And then switch. Take it over to the left leg and foot. Connect to a focal point, either a few feet in front of you or straight ahead. Bring the foot to the shin, just not on your knee, so either just below the knee or above the knee. Begin with the palms at your heart. You can always stay here if this feels more stable, or you can extend out again. Try to stay soft again through the brain and the eyes, the jaw, the heart. Beautiful, clear foundation through that left leg, foot. Bring the hands back to the heart. Right knee forward, extend and release. Good, just shaking out the standing leg a little bit. Okay, so come back to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up. And exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step it back either through a vinyasa or right to dog. You can choose. This will be probably our last vinyasa of the class, if that's any encouragement. We'll meet in dog, couple of breaths. Checking back in here. Noticing any shifts, any changes from the first dog of your practice. Hopefully you feel a little more spacious in your body, a little more quiet in the mind. Let's bring the right knee forward now for pigeon prep. So you can begin with the knee just behind the right wrist, extending the left leg back. If the hips are quite tight, you need to bring the knee more towards the middle of your hands. You're welcome to do that. And for many, this is not comfortable pose at all, in which case you could just come to your back or thread the needle. You'll bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh and draw the thighs in, and you can bring your right arm through. So that's a nice modification. If you're in pigeon prep with me here, just take a moment to press into your fingertips and lift the chest, feeling a cobra-like action in your upper back. And then slowly soften down. Closing the eyes, bringing the awareness more internal. Slow, deep breaths. And again, if it's helpful for you, you can visualize the breath moving from the base of your spine up through the crown on the inhale. And then from the crown back to the base on the exhale. See where you can soften and let go a little bit more, breath by breath. One more. And then slowly press into your hands to rise up again. Tuck your back toes, lift your knees, step it back through a dog. Gently moving a little bit here in any way that feels good. You can pedal out the feet. Maybe extend the right leg up and back. And then we'll switch, bringing the left knee forward. If you're on your back, you'll just switch with the left ankle on top of your right thigh for thread the needle. Once again, just come up onto the fingertips. Feel here for kind of scissoring your inner thighs towards each other to stabilize the hips, lift up through the spine, breathing softness into the belly and the heart, and then slowly just releasing. If you want, you can even stack your fists here and rest your forehead. Letting the breath meet any and all sensation. Last few breaths, see if you can just remain steady, as still as possible in the pose. Excellent. And then press yourself back up to your hands, and this time you'll shift towards your outer left hip and swing the right leg forward, extending the legs out and give them a little shake. You can have a bend in the knees here if you need to, inhaling the arms up and exhale, hinging at your hips. Just take your hands wherever they reach and then walk your sitting bones back behind you a little farther. Chin draws slightly down. Feeling length out of your lower back here. Letting your shoulders just soften. Great, and then slowly roll it up, and we'll come to a cross-legged position. You can bring your blanket in if you need to for seated for our breath practice of the day, Pranayama. Today we're going to be practicing alternate nostril breathing, and I'll be guiding you through it. And this is an amazing breath practice for calming and balancing the nervous system, and specifically to create a balance between the right and left hemispheres of the brain. If you're congested, you can even do this mentally. You don't have to block the nostrils. So the left hand will be in Gyan Mudra, index and thumb touching. Your hand can be down or palm up. Your right hand, you'll create a U shape with your thumb and your index finger. As with all breath work, we want to make sure the spine is tall but relaxed. Shoulders out of the ears, chin to the chest. Good, you can close down the eyes, gazing up towards the brow point, the point between the eyebrows and in. Take a full breath in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils. Again, inhale through both nostrils. As you exhale, you're going to close your right nostril with your thumb and breathe out through the left. And then inhale left, Close it with the index finger. Exhale right. Inhale right. Deep breaths. Close, just pause for a moment. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it, pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. One more minute. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Last round. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And then release your right hand into Gyan Mudra. Keeping the eyes closed. Just being still here for a few moments. Tuning to the shifts, noticing and observing your experience. Not thinking about it, just feeling for your experience. Great. Letting the eyes gently open, we'll transition to finish the practice on our back. So you can come down. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. And then place the feet on the mat. We're just gonna take one bridge pose here. Arms by the sides, palms facing down. Relaxing the back of the head into the mat and then lifting the pelvis towards the sky. Keeping your knees in line with your hips. If you want to interlace the hands under the body here, you can. Just 3 breaths. Pressing into the feet. Breathing into the belly and the heart, soft receptivity. Clear, strong foundation through your legs and your feet. Slowly release. Just let your knees drop into each other. Relax the arms by the sides. Just neutralizing the spine here. And then one more time, hug the knees in, give them a squeeze. You can rock a little bit side to side. And then place the feet down and extend the legs. And take just the last couple of minutes here to rest in Shavasana. Open your feet just a little wider than the hips, letting the toes roll open. Arms can be away from the sides, or you can rest your hands on your body in any configuration. Once you've made your adjustments, now just resting into stillness. Dropping deeper into the space and the freedom that you have cultivated through your practice. Let the eyes drop and roll back in the sockets. Feel your tongue widen in your mouth. Shoulder blades dissolving down. Soft belly. Letting go of any tension in the hips, the legs, the feet. Take 2 minutes here in quiet. Just relax. Slowly now just start to deepen your breath. Wiggle the toes and the fingers. Circle the ankles and the wrists. If you feel like stretching, you can reach the arms up overhead. Bending the knees, walking the feet in. And we'll roll onto the side, using the arm to support the head here. And then using your hands and your breath to press you back up to your seat. Keeping the eyes closed for a final moment. Just letting the palms rest on the thighs or the knees. Drawing the chin slightly towards the chest. Just finishing our practice here with a moment for gratitude. Call to mind one thing from this time in quarantine that you've learned about yourself or your life that you can be grateful for. A little smile and bring your palms together at your heart. Thank you so much for practicing today. We'll close with a little bow.